So this is our Gannon MakerSpace. We opened October of 2023. It's about 10,000 square feet of lab space for students to come prototype their ideas, build projects, whether that's a personal project, a class project, research, or external work as well. We do a lot of work for the local community, local companies or startups who want to bring their ideas to life. On this floor, we have about $1.4 million worth of equipment. It's divided up into a couple different major shops. The first room is kind of our catch-all room with a water jet, a paint booth, sandblaster, a small fume hood. Then we have a welding shop with plasma table, a couple welding booths, all the grinders and hand tools you might need. We have a large open fabrication space for classes or larger groups that come in and work on their projects. There's a few electrical stations for working on things like our BattleBot team, RC planes and cars, drones. Then we have our wood shop with all your standard woodworking tools. We do have a 4x8 CNC router in there, which has been really popular. Take a full sheet of plywood to be able to cut out your material. Then we get into our machine shop. So we have 3 CNC mills, 1 CNC lathe, some sheet metal tools for doing car, automotive body work, manual mill and lathe, our powder coating stations. And then our main shop is our additive manufacturing lab. So of that $1.4 million, about $750,000 went into 3D printing. That's really where we're trying to excel and push the technology in the Erie area. So we range from basic filament printers all the way up to our metal printer that takes powdered stainless steel right now and melts it together with a laser. It's about a $250,000 system. And then we have a whole range of machines in between there. One of our major goals with this space is to give students hands-on training on these different pieces of equipment. So we start actually in our ENG 102 class. So freshman engineering students come to the space multiple times their first semester here to learn about the different tech that we have. They take a 3D printing workshop, an Arduino coding workshop, and then they actually build their project at the end of the year in this space. And then our goal is that these students keep coming back semester to semester, so by the time they get to their senior year and they have their capstone project, they're already familiar with all the tools that are available, the tech that we have, and how they might want to bring their project to life. So that they can spend more time actually designing and building as opposed to having to learn the tools senior year. So it helps them be more efficient with that last year, which goes so quick for the students, help them build more elaborate projects and just have a better understanding of all the equipment that's here. A lot of the projects that we do here are for external clients. So we can do R&D and prototyping services from companies ranging from just form their LLC all the way up to a large engineering company. Whether they come with a napkin drawing and we help them develop their idea, build it into a CAD model and then the functional prototype, or short production runs of finished parts. We have a whole range of tech here and services that the students can be involved with to actually work through these projects. So it's not myself and the other staff. Students get assigned to these corporate projects to work with the customers directly, meet the deliverables, and then present the product at the end. This makerspace is not just an engineering makerspace though. We're open to anybody across campus, student, faculty, or staff. We see about 2/3 engineering students, but a third come from our humanities or health sciences as well. We see a lot of occupational therapy classes coming through. They do some 3D printing workshops, some woodworking classes to gain some hands-on experience. We've partnered with our writing department to do a creative writing class next year where the students write a subject piece and then they actually come here to build something related to their writing. We've done work with our archaeology program as well. We've laser scanned some of their pottery to give them a digital replica, especially during COVID when people couldn't come and see their museum. It allowed them to make a virtual exhibit with some of their pieces. And then we've also 3D printed replicas for them so they could hand them around the classroom as well. So I'm a Gannon grad as well. Started here in 2013 as an electrical engineering student. We formed a small robotics group called GUBot Dev, Gannon Robotics Development, and it was meant to be a space where students could collaborate and work together because there's no such thing as a single discipline project. You have electrical engineers talking to mechanical, talking to computer science for the programming. You need to be able to work well on a team. You can't just be siloed in your department. So we really strive to create a space where all different students could come in, work together, and that's slowly grown over the years. And then several grants later, we were able to fund the construction of this floor and really bring that idea to completion and open this makerspace where now many more students can come in, work together on a team with students outside their major, and get hands-on skills to build real-world projects. And I think that's a huge advantage to our students. A lot of our student workers that come through here are getting hired right out for projects that they're doing for local companies because they are well-rounded students. They learn how to talk with other members of their team, whether that's in engineering or business or entrepreneurship. They really can be a good functioning engineer and worker for their companies.